Hello everyone. As the ICAI has come up with another set of announcement relating to November 2020 examination, I would like to answer all the FAQs that I have received since yesterday's announcement. So I will first tell you what is this new announcement and what are the details that they have. Also will give you my recommendation with respect to what is that I think all the students should do considering the situation at this particular point in time. So let's quickly jump into understanding this particular circular. So announcement dated 7/11/2020 is giving you something new. What is that thing that is new? Is that you have an opt-out window that is open from yesterday, and then students can opt out of this November 2020 examination. So what's very important about this opt-out scheme here? Because ICAI is intending to conduct one more examination by second half of January 2021, finishing by first half of February 2021, which they are going to consider to be November 2020 examination part 2 or the second leg, which means that it will be as good as writing November 2020 examination. And who will be eligible for this additional examination? Only those students who are opting out of this November 2020 exam will be eligible. There is no fresh application that will be allowed for this intermediate examination that ICAI is proposing to conduct. Now, there are a few reasons which we will, for which you can opt out, which we will come up very soon. Now, like I said, can I go ahead with applying for this examination? Should I, when I opt out, should I again make an application for November examination? Should I go through that whole confusion? The answer is no. If you're someone who has applied for one group in November 2020 and you're opting out because of some reasons that ICAI has given, then you can only write that group in this intermediate examination which is going to happen. So it is as good as your November examination. There is no fresh application itself is required. Any exemption is there, all that will be carried forward to this intermediate examination, and all your exemption will be still valid for this additional examination that is going to happen, and there is no additional fee that you have to pay for writing this particular exam. Now, if some students are feeling like, okay, I don't want this intermediate exam, I'll rather go and write May 2021 examination, can I opt out and then write May 2020 examination? Well, that is also allowed. You can go ahead and then write May 2021 examination instead of writing this intermediate examination. But be very careful. In such cases, you will have to make a fresh application for the examination at the announced date by ICAI. It will be a new exam, new application would be required, so you'll have to follow all that. But if you're opting out, you will get the concession of whatever fee that you have paid for this November examination will be adjusted for May 2021 examination. Then there will be huge doubt in your head. What if I write November examination and I opt out for January 2021 exam? Will I be, and what if my results are not positive? Will I be allowed to write May 2021 examination again? Yes, that is also absolutely no problem, because this Jan-Feb 2021 examination is considered to be November examination itself. By attempt, it will be considered to be November 2020. Now, who can opt out? This is the big question that all of you would be having. Can anyone opt out of this particular examination? The answer is no. ICAI has said students satisfying any of the following condition can opt out. Now let's go through this. First condition is that students who are currently COVID-19 positive or having symptoms, you'll have to be very careful. They have said if anybody has any symptoms of COVID-19, which means that they need not go for COVID test. If you have a symptom, you can just give a self declaration that I have a symptom, that is why I'm opting out. And symptom could include literally anything. Whose family members, not only that, if you're not having symptoms, then your family members are tested positive anytime till the examination. Your opt-out window is open till then. So anytime till examination, if your family members are tested positive, then also you can go ahead with opting out of this examination. Not only that, your residence, again, they have not said any clarification on all these places. They said your residence is a containment zone, and anytime till examination, anytime it was a containment zone, then also you can opt out of this particular examination. Now you have this doubt, what proof should I submit? There is no proof that is to be submitted at this point. They are saying that you can opt out with a self declaration. So just go ahead and then declare any of these three reasons, and then you can go ahead. So students might going to have this particular doubt in their head. What if the students are going to declare it wrongly? Will the ICAI be able to check it? The answer is no. Will they come up with some additional requirement at some point? No, they cannot come up with something like that, because for symptoms and things like that, there is no certification that is required. And at this point, I do not think ICAI would look forward to have additional proof to be submitted by students, because anyway they have lost the attempt of May. So ICAI would be happy to give them another attempt in between in January and February. Now, what's the procedure? You'll have to go to your examination portal and then go ahead and then fill up this declaration, then sign it and then upload it. And that is it. You will be automatically asked to choose either May 2021 examination or Feb this particular 2021 examination. You can actually choose. Now, what's the time limit to opt out? You can opt out any time till conclusion of exam, which means that till 14th of December, students are allowed to opt out of this examination and then write it in January, February 2021 exam. Then, big question that is coming from all the students is that when will they then announce November 2020 results? Because there will be people writing November 2020 in actual November 2020, and then some of them would be writing in January, February 2021 also. There is no clarification yet. We are expecting such clarification to come only after the examination happens, because they have to decide on all those things when they'll have to write that particular examination. But I can assure you that even if you write the January, February 2021 exam, you will be still allowed to write May 2021 exam. There will not be any problem because of the results delay and all that. There will not be any problem. You'll be still allowed to write May 2021 examination. That application will come only by then. Then next question is, can I opt out for a single paper alone? Now that is not allowed. ICAI has specifically said you can opt out at least for a group. Okay, so if you have written one paper, then you'll have to reattempt the entire paper in you have to reattempt the entire group in January, February 2021 examination. You'll have to write the entire group. So then maybe you will have this doubt. What if I finish one group and then I opt out? I happen to opt out, and will I have to write the old group which I have already finished writing? No need to write that particular group. You will be asked to write only the group which you wrote only half of the paper. So you will have to write that entire group. You can opt out for an entire group. So will the students use this to their advantage, declaring that any of these symptoms are there, and then they opt out after writing 2-3 examination, and that kind of scenario can happen? It can happen. Will the ICAI take some measure to curtail that? I don't think there will be any measure possible at this particular point. ICAI will be giving you that particular attempt in January and February. Okay. Now, the very big important question that I want you to consider is that, do I have a date of January, February examination announced? We do not have a date at this particular point. They have just said it is going to be from second half of January till first half of February. We know that the scenarios that is running around in the world is so much of uncertain. So amidst of this uncertainty, I do not have an examination date. I just vaguely know that, okay, by December 15th till December 30th. So the second half of December, they are going to come up with another application. So they are going to come up with another announcement and then tell about the January, February examination cycle. Is there any assurance that that exam will happen? We are not very sure about all those things, because there are so much of uncertainty that will wind up because the world is going through this particular phase. So we do not know the exact date of the January, February examination that is going to happen at this particular point in time. There is one more question that specifically the students from Kerala is asking me, the foundation students, because foundation examination of Kerala is announced on December 8th. So the basic question that all of them are having is that because of this local body election, which is going to happen on 8th of December, will that examination of foundation will happen? There is no clarification yet from ICAI, but it is expected that ICAI would come up with something, and then it is likely that there will be some delay in conducting this foundation examination, because those centers could be allocated for election if that happens on time. Okay, so we will have to wait for the examination committee to make a decision on that. All other places, foundation examination will not have any changes, because I'm not very sure is there any other places where where election is announced on such dates. Okay, so maybe you will be waiting for my recommendation. What do you think, sir? Is what most of them were asking me. I've already updated my opinion on my Instagram page, CA Lijal Lakshman. If you want, you can check it out. I'm updating all those things there live, as in when I read the announcement. So you can follow and then get updates on a regular basis. Now, my recommendation is that do not opt out at this particular point in time, because you do have time till 14th of December. So if you immediately opt out and you think that you have the ability to write the examination, because even if you fall under the category of any people who are tested positive or having symptoms, and you still have time till the examination, and if you feel better and you feel that you should go and attempt, do not miss those attempts, because we have an examination date which is there right in front of us, announced, and even the admit card being issued. And if you're skipping this particular examination, you're actually going to a January February examination, which the date is not yet announced. So I would recommend people to decide on skipping if you are having any issues only when the examinations are happening. So you can wait till the opt-out date gets expired, and then towards the frag end only you should think about opting out if you are really think that you will not be able to write the examination. Otherwise, go ahead and write November examination. That's your best chance. And I know that most of the people have got lost their consistency with respect to the examination preparation because of delay and then confusion, and a lot of uncertainty that is spread out using a lot of fake messages online and everything. I understand it is difficult, but you have to take charge of this examination. Please go ahead and write November examination is my strong recommendation, and think about opting out only on the frag end of the deadline for opting out. At this point, all the very best. Keep your faith alive. Make sure that you give the best for the next 12-13 days that you have for the examination, and I wish you all the very best.